Hi guys, welcome back to Zones on the Go. No, I'm not in the Magnum, you can see that. I'm actually in a fucking Nissan Juke. Yeah, I finally came to my senses, you know. You know, I've been riding Hummers, all these Dodge Magnums, all these, you know, imported cars, and spending a fucking fortune on them when they broke down all the time, you know. Because, you know, when you have these Hummers and Dodge and shit, if something gets broken here in Sweden, you have to, you know, import all the spare parts and shit, you know, and you have to find a mechanic that actually know anything about these cars. And to have one of these rides as an everyday ride, when you ride as much as I do, you know, because, you know, I have like, I live outside the city, you know, and I need a fucking ride. So I decided to take a trip to Hedin's Cars in Uppsala. So I took my friend, old-time friend, Mr. Crazy Motherfucker, Mr. Borisov, through gangster style down to Uppsala and bought this ride cash. Followed me down. This is how we did it. We're on our way to buy a brand new car because I'm sick as fuck of repairing all my rides. So I decided to go down and buy a brand new motherfucking car. So we're sitting here, sun is shining, Sweden is beautiful, and I bring my Bulgarian longtime friend, Mr. Borisov. We've known each other for like 30 years? Yeah. Always bring a Bulgarian guy when you're gonna buy a car, because I promise you that you will get a much lower price. That's the way to do it. We connected over here, you know. East Coast Sweden motherfuckers. Let's do this.
Got the muscle, I'm the werewolf in the fucking the regular castle. Moving so fast, fuck the rest. Sell your heart and your lungs without opening your chest. So crazy on the floor, I make the microphone.
And of course we gotta buy some rims, right? So we went to ABS Luxury Wheels. And I actually know a guy here. I don't know if he speaks Swedish or English. He's a crazy motherfucker, actually. He looks normal, but I know he's kind of crazy. So here it is, ABS Luxury Wheels. Here he is.
Hey man.
I told him you look normal, but you're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So what wheels did you sell to me?
I sold you these wheels. I can show you right here. Follow me. For the Nissan Juke, as you wished for. We got the ABS.
Black everything.
Yeah, black everything.
And of course he thought I was stupid because he said these ones were prettier.
Yes, 367. This is
This one.
369. Yeah.
So
I thought those.
I'm used to black on black everything, so I bought
went
these.
for those. So that's gonna be nice. I mean, you're gonna take pictures, right, and send to us?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
So this is our shop, and these wheels goes to every car almost, because we have something called floating cone inside here that we put, then we can regulate for the car so it fits perfectly. Cool. And yeah, so there you got it. So we're gonna send these to you. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you. Yeah, you send them to the Zone Shop, right?
Yeah, we're gonna send them to
Perfect.
Zone Shop.
Zone Shop.
.se.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you. So that's the way it went down, and here I am, you know, a couple of days later. I just took a trip north because I had my daughter over the weekend, so I just dropped her off, and I'm slowly getting used to this little car. It's not that small, but compared to my other cars, it's kind of small, you know. but it's very fucking economic, and I feel like a fucking grown-up for once, because I will save so much money on this fucking car. Of course, I keep the Magnum. I keep that as a summer drive, you know, as my summer car, because I fucking love that car. But to use it as an everyday ride in Sweden, it's just fucking stupid. Because it's actually broken again. I have to fix some oil leakage on it, you know, and I will spend some more money on it this week. A friend of Mr. Borisov will fix it for me. I just got the spare parts, you know, imported from USA, so I'll fix it up, and I actually will let it stay on the yard for the rest of the winter now. Anyway, I think this ride will look sick as fuck when it's when I get the 9-inch rims, all black. And I also will call my friend Brownie. He got a, you know, commercial company. He actually make the labels on some of my supplements, and I will let him do some cool logos for the ride for the spring. So I think this car, I mean, it's a stock car. I just bought it as it was, so I'm just riding it as it is until spring, and then I have to fuck it up a little bit. I promised my wife though, so to not, you know, don't do anything crazy with it, you know, keep it as it is, you know, and I just will put the rims on and some minor adjustments, you know, I guess, maybe put some more sound in it, and yeah, you know. So I'm looking for this look, something like that. I think it will look cool, you know. Anyway, I just dropped off my kid, you know, so bought some iced coffee. I'm a sucker for these, you know. And a little fucking bean burger from McDonald's, because no fucking meat. This is no meat bodybuilding, you know. Let the animals live. I'd rather eat people, you know. And of course, shout out to 5% Nutrition, spoiling me every fucking month, you know, with new stuff. I love you guys. I love you, Rich Piana. Not only am I able to use the best stuff, I fucking get it for free, and I also sell it in my shop. So it's a win-win situation, and I just love this stuff, you know. So heading home. Gonna do some arms today, and talking about arm training, my triceps injury is healing up. I think it's like 15-16 weeks ago since I hurt myself now, something like that. And the last month I actually been adding some weights, so I'm almost back to normal when it's come to arm training. I'm not doing all the exercises though, not yet, you know. I don't do any heavy presses on the pecs yet. Don't know if I ever will, actually, because as I told you before, you know, I'm all into training with lighter weight these days, you know, for longevity, you know. I did a ton of heavy training back in the days, you know. I've been training non-stop now since 1987, you know, so it's all about longevity. And I actually get good results when it comes to training with lighter weights and more reps. So why risk injuring myself? I don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore, you know. I don't even compete. I just want to look like a character from a cartoon magazine, and I think I can manage to do that anyway. There's no fucking ego training at all in my world anymore, you know. I just training for feel, for pump, and this injury even made me light up the weights even more, you know. But every day when I train, you know, like pecs or arms or something, I take a picture, put it on my Instagram. You know, that's why you see me doing, you know, the same pose. I actually post my bad arm and all the pictures, and to me it's mostly for myself, because I can check it out and see if I'm still there, you know, if I still got it. And even though I've been hurt and training with very light weights for a while, you know, I check these pics, I still think I look decent, you know, especially if you know how light I'm training. So thank God it's much more easy to keep muscles than to build them in the first place, you know. And the training I do now is mostly cables and arms, you know. Since the in-year I only have been doing cables, you know, and the guns are still 20-inch, so I'm happy, you know. I don't really need to train heavy, you know. When it comes to pecs, I'm doing some presses now. Actually, I'm doing some machine presses, and then I do some, you know, pec deck and some cables. Don't know if I ever will be able to train, you know, heavy dumbbell presses and stuff like back in the days, but at the same time I have not been doing that for at least 5 years. Only, you know, light dumbbells, because my fucking left rotator is fucked, and that's just the way it is, you know. You have to roll with the punches, you know. Roll with the punches. If you gonna train for life, you have to adapt to your training, you know. I've been training non-stop, as I told you, since 1987, you know, no fucking rest, you know. Been training no rest since 1987, and of course it takes the toll on your joints. And I think the only way to train for life, you know, is to use lighter weights, you know, and not fuck up your joints anymore, you know. Anyway, I'm going home, do some training, and make sure to support my shit, guys. If you live in Sweden, check out my CAPONE.com, the website on there. Please check it out. And I also got, you know, the 5%Sweden.com, where you can find all the 5% products. I am, you know, 5% Sweden, and please support my shit so I can keep on doing what I do, you know. This is living my dream, and I love my customers. And check it out, and please comment below and tell me what you want to see on this page, because I've been a little bit lazy lately, you know, and I'm stepping things up again, you know. It's time to put up more videos, and because lately, you know, I've been training real early in the morning, all alone by myself. I had no one to film my shit, you know. So I will wise up and put more up here, because basically now I just been on IG, you know, on Instagram. And if you're at it, check out Stone Capone Official on Instagram, and keep supporting my shit, folks. I love you guys. See you soon. Yeah.
Money on my mind, 24/7, I be on the grind. Feeling like Max B, cause the niggas waving. And then I beat the case, bitch, I'm Tom Brady.